Ready? Hi guys, I'm Mike Stringer, orchard manager here at Bonterre. I thought it would be better to give you a quick demonstration on the video rather than dragging you all up here, because we'll spend all 10 minutes walking. But I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how to prune an apple tree, and we'll do this as a bit of a demonstration. First question though, Tom Spencer, what's this knobbly thing at the base of the tree called here? Very good. Remember, don't cover the union. Right. Another question, Hannah. Why is this tree so small? It's only, well, it's about 14 or 15 years old, but as you can see, it's shorter than me. So how can that be when it's that old? Right. So let's get on. What I'm doing here is looking for any diseased branches, so anything that's damaged that might rot away, but also things that are crossing. So if we've got branches that cross like this, if we've got an apple growing on each one, they'll get in each other's way, and they won't get the sunlight that they need, and they won't ripen. So what my first job is to do is I'll start cutting out things that are growing into the center of the tree. So these branches here, you can see if you look closely here, this is a big branch will have been cut from there, and what happens is that it all dies back to that point, and then a new shoot will come from the base, and I don't want a branch there, so we're going to get rid of that. Same here, we don't want these branches. These little piddly curly things don't look very substantial for holding an apple either. So that's the first thing. So I'm clearing out all of these things that are hampering the middle. So what we want is the tree to have lots of air to get to it, lots of sunlight so that the fruit can ripen. So anything that's growing into the middle of the tree or underneath a branch like that, so this one is immediately underneath that branch, so it will be in the shade of this one. So the next thing, we've got really long, thin branches like this, and what you can see along it, these are fruit buds, all these little things here, these fluffy things, and that'll either turn into a fruit, or it will produce a new branch. I think these are actually fruit buds, so these will be fruit. So what I'd do now is cut this to an outward facing bud. So there's a bud here that's facing out. So if I cut that there, that will rot back to that point and form a new branch coming out here. If I cut it to there, it would rot back to there and make a new branch coming into the middle of the tree. So next year I'd have to cut it off. So it's preparing the tree for the subsequent years. Okay, so there's all a bit too much going on here. Don't like this. I might just get rid of that whole branch. This is growing into the middle. We'll put this to an outward facing bud. So you do get a bit quicker as you go along, and as you can see, looking out to the whole orchard, we've got 500 trees to do, so we'll be quite proficient at it by the end of it. One thing I would say is that we won't prune the plums at this time of year, because they're susceptible to a thing called silverleaf, and so you prune plums in the summer when the sap is rising, and so when you make a cut, the sap actually bleeds out, whereas in the winter the sap's falling, and if the silverleaf gets on that, it draws it into the plant and kills the tree. So that's why we don't prune plums in the winter. Right, so I'll carry on, get this tree done, and you can see what it looks like at the end. That's the first of the Herefordshire russets done, so one down, 499 to go.